What if I told you that in the heart of Africa, beneath the shade of an ancient Baobab tree, a forgotten village once held the key to wisdom, not in scrolls or the minds of elders, but in a simple clay pot. This pot didn't just hold food, it held foresight. It didn't just echo the voices of the past, it gave direction to the future. But as prosperity grew, so did envy. This is the tale of Kizuri, the village that rose, fell, and rose again because of the magic pot that moved the community. Long before the pot came, Kizuri was like any other village, rich in culture but poor in fortune. The rains were unpredictable, crops failed often, quarrels among elders were common, decisions were made through guesswork. Mama Nala, the village's oldest woman, often sat by her door, whispering, "If only we had true guidance, the kind the old world used to know." One day, during a severe drought, the villagers dug around the sacred Baobab, hoping to find hidden water. What they uncovered instead was a dusty pot buried under roots, sealed with cowrie shells and marked with ancient symbols. At first, they thought it was just a relic, until the pot spoke, not in words like ours, but in echoes that filled the soul. When Mama Nala placed her hands on it, she closed her eyes and heard, "Wait 3 sunsets before planting. The rain shall follow." Curious but desperate, they followed. And just as told, rain came like drums on a roof. That was the first miracle. Then came another. The pot warned of an illness, told them to boil their water and mix herbs. The fever that had taken 3 children the week before vanished from the village. Season passed. The pot advised on planting, harvesting, trading, even disputes. A feud between 2 families about land. The pot advised they share the land and plant boundary trees. A market woman accused of cheating. The pot revealed her scales were uneven by a stone's weight. Kizuri flourished. The land gave abundantly. Children returned to school. The people learned to listen, not just to the pots, but to one another. They held council every new moon. The pot sat at the center. It became more than guidance. It was a symbol of unity. But peace doesn't please everyone. Baraka, a young man with ambition, too wide for the village, began to whisper, "Why should Mama Nala hold the pot? Who says she hears it better than we do?" His friend Samaki warned him, "The pot speaks to her because she seeks not power, but peace." But Baraka's heart had already darkened. He imagined wealth, control, becoming chief, if only he had the pot. One cold night, while the village danced at the harvest celebration, Baraka snuck into Mama Nala's hut. He wrapped the pot in cloth and disappeared into the hills. The next morning, when the pot was found missing, silence fell over Kizuri like a death. The rains didn't come. The market turned sour. Arguments returned. "We have become blind," an elder whispered, "because we lost our eyes, our wisdom." Far from Kizuri, Baraka built a hut for the pot. He sat before it each day demanding, "Tell me, what crop brings riches? Which trader will pay best?" But the pot remained silent. Days passed. Hunger set in. The whispers turned into mocking silence. Samaki, who had followed him to try and stop him, watched as Baraka grew desperate. "It won't speak to you," Samaki said. It never wanted control. It wanted community. In rage, Baraka threw the pot. It cracked. Samaki picked up the broken pot and returned to the village. The people wept, not because it was broken, but because it had returned. Mama Nala held the cracked pieces and said, "Its body is broken, but its spirit lives in all of us." It gave us the start. Now we must finish the journey on our own. The villagers decided something powerful. Instead of relying only on the pot, they'd begin a circle of wisdom. Elders, youth, farmers, teachers. Every week they'd gather, and each would speak what they had learned. Mama Nala taught that the pot simply helped them hear their inner voices. Wisdom doesn't die, she said. It multiplies when shared. Years passed. The pot, though cracked, remained on the village's highest shelf, not as a tool but as a reminder. Baraka returned, humbled. He was forgiven. He now taught children under the Baobab, warning them, jealousy will silence your spirit, but unity will feed it. And so, the magic pot moved the community, but only because the people were willing to move with it. Thank you for listening to the story of Kizuri and the magic pot. If you enjoyed this tale, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more powerful stories, and share with someone who needs a little wisdom today. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss a new upload.